Excuse me. Alright, how you want to start this thing?
Well, we can start off. I mean, blood, sweat, and tears. If y'all watching the visual, shit, I'm bleeding. I don't even know how this happened, but shit.
Is that the title?
Blood on the leaves.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears? Is that the title?
Yeah. I gave way more. They need to retire that bar and rap. Blood, sweat, and tears for the game. Shut the fuck up.
Nah, that's how they be keeping it up.
Nah, I want to see how you get. They know what they're here for. They know what they want to talk about, really. But we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that conversation. We'll get there. How are you feeling, Kate? How's your mental? How's your heart? How's your spirit? How's your life? How have you been?
Everything is copacetic. Everything is everything. You know what I'm saying? Things have been hectic, and it's a day-to-day struggle on trying to figure out how I'm gonna keep my head underwater. But you know
Underwater.
Oh damn! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say under.
No,
I didn't mean to say under.
I caught it.
How to keep my head from underwater. If I didn't say that the first time correctly. But yeah, nah. Outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Things been just moving. I'm sorry, King's been moving, trying to figure out more and more ways to be creative, and you know what I'm saying, just make some shit shake.
Yeah.
How's your mental?
I'm swell, man. Blessed, black, highly favored, per usual. I told you, we kind of talked about right before we started the pod about celebrating your scars, and I wanted to bring that in this week. We're not a victim of life, you know what I'm saying? We are actually a survivor in this thing. And this goes to the book that I'm reading. I've been referencing this a lot, referencing this book. It's called Unlearn by Homo the Poet. Y'all should check that out. But long story short, man, just going down memory lane in terms of celebrating my scars and just people from situations that scarred me, people that scarred me, society, the world, the state that we're in currently, just everything that's scarring me in totality. But life doesn't begin after the obstacles. Life is the obstacles. We have our escapes, but reality is much more beautiful. Things aren't going to always go our way. If we feel entitled to things, we're going to have a bad time. Nothing is promised. When that idea is honestly absorbed, every moment is celebrated and appreciated. Appreciation is so essential, and if you're too busy, feeling sorry for yourself to find things to appreciate, then your misery is not only guaranteed, it's deserved.
Bars. Excuse me.
So I say all that to say, man, just trying to be a better me each and every day. I know it sounds cliche, but we're fucking champs, and everybody listening out there, y'all know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we get up and go to work each day. We do what we need to do to put food on the table, to provide for ourselves, and to survive. And I say all that to say, man, just keep your head up, guard your heart, hold your head, keep your head on a swivel. Everything's gonna be all right.
No doubt. And cliche is a cliche because it works. Okay, don't ever get that fucked up. Don't ever let your pride get in your way about that fact, because that is a fact. They work. But yeah, it's definitely, you know, a process. It's a journey, but I'm here for it all, and I do want to get a chance to read that book when you're done as well, because I know how much you talk about it as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But go ahead.
I was gonna say previously on the Brochillians.
Shit, welcome bike.
I do want to dedicate, or we want to dedicate this episode to Michael K. Williams,
The late great. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rest in peace, King.
Man, he was amazing. I can say an idol, a legend, you know what I'm saying, in the film industry, but as well as an activist and, you know what I'm saying, a progressive spirit in culture, just trying to, you know what I'm saying, move things along in worldly manners. So definitely, you know, prayers and condolences to his family directly, but also prayers and condolences, you know what I'm saying, to just the people that have taken a loss, taken a hit to, you know what I'm saying, this detrimental thing that's happened to us in society.
Right. Also, R.I.P. Mac Miller. This is the 3-year anniversary that we're recording on.
Yeah,
so flowers and condolences to you and your family, King. You're very missed. I know you were a huge fan of Mac.
All I've been doing is bumping Mac, from circles to kids, you name it, like all of it. But yeah, R.I.P. Mac, man.
And we talked about this before, Mike, too. We were saying how death is taboo in our society, or in our culture at least. Like, we don't like to acknowledge nor talk about it. But it's an essential of life. You know, you live, you pay taxes, and you die.
Right.
And I haven't taken any of these recent, not even recent, just in the past few years. You know, I haven't taken any of this. What's the word I'm looking for? I haven't taken it with a grain of salt. You know, I feel each and every one of these deaths is what I'm trying to say. Whether that be on a personal level, whether it's a family member of mine, close friend, R.I.P. Lano, or when it comes to the entertainment and music industry, man, I feel in each and every one of these. I may not know these gentlemen or these queens personally, but they touch your soul in a way where it's like, I felt you, whether that's musically or in these films. Like, I felt you, or, you know, I felt like you were a distant cousin and we chopped it up every now and then. That's just the way I feel about these recent demises, untimely demises.
No doubt. Something that sticks with me is the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we come in this world alone and we leave alone, naked and alone, actually. But the point of it, I think, is to, you know what I'm saying, make a mark, leave a legacy, some kind of way, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, financially, whether it's knowledge, whether it's, you know, just spreading love and light, however the case is. I feel like that's a big purpose in life. So the fact that, you know what I'm saying, people like Michael K. Williams and Mac Miller and Chadwick Boseman and Nipsey Hussle and, you know what I'm saying, whoever, Breonna Taylor, like whoever, you know what I mean? The fact that these people can actually, or have and do still, you know what I'm saying, touch people with what they did on this earth, with the time, you know what I'm saying, while that they were allotted while they were here, it's amazing, and we definitely need to continue championing that. Give the recognition, give the flowers, you know what I'm saying, before. Obviously, we give them after, but give them before too as well. So, you know, we can start to give light and give heed to the next generation of activists, the next generation of, you know what I'm saying, teachers, lawyers, doctors, presidents, whatever the case is, man.
1000%, King. But yeah, we can go ahead and intro this thing. I know we're kind of on an eerie tip right now, but we'll, you know what I'm saying, we'll get back to our normal. Peace and love, serenity, blessings, salutations. What's good, y'all? What's going on, world? It's Trey.
And it's Scott checking biking this thing, man.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Bro Chillians podcast, episode 121.
121. That shit hit different. I'm not gonna cap. We got 3 digits.
Hey, yeah, 121.
That shit is sick.
And they only going up from here.
Yeah.
So we'll be remiss if we didn't say this episode is exclusively sponsored by Selected Clothing. You see it in the visuals.
Yeah.
And it's also powered by Ciroc.
Hey, man. Ciroc your girl. Ciroc your world. Drink responsibly, man. We out here.
Drink responsibly and celebrate the only way to celebrate, which is the Ciroc way. You know what I'm saying?
The only way.
We got the summer citrus. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, sir.
Yeah, man. All right. So, how we kicking this one off? How we started?
Well, I feel like everybody's here to give.
Nah, we gonna wait on it.
I mean, it's only right. Look, come on. I'm gonna be honest with you. My dossier is not, in your famous word, it is not that crazy this week. Honestly, I feel like I have creator block right now. I'm looking to our last week next week.
Well, then we can honestly
take our break.
We can spend much time on this topic then, because I know this is what they came here to see.
I mean, is it much time that we need to spend on it?
It is.
Okay.
It is. Because I feel like in the grand scheme, when you think about the bigger picture that is music, I feel like there's a lot to break down.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been seeing a lot of, I don't know if it's propaganda, but I've been seeing a lot of talk that is outside of what we're going to talk about, but as well as inside that realm too. Because I saw a picture that I want to draw out for you. That I want to get your...
Well, give it to us, King. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all are confused or in disarray or don't understand what's going on, we're talking about CLB, Certified Lover Boy. Drake finally dropped his long-awaited album September 3rd, this past Friday. And was it 20 tracks, 21 tracks, something like that? Let's hear it, King. You can start it off. I'm gonna set the screen and I'm gonna ISO, or you're gonna ISO actually.
Nah, this might be Lakers versus Nets. This might be Christmas Day. This might be something different. I don't know. I don't know if you want to be on the team.
Okay, it's it's tons to unpack here. So where do you want to start? Is the question I should really position to you.
I mean, I'll get into, or we can get into Drake solely versus before we get into juxtaposing anything. CLB, man. Let's start with track 1. I can say
Champagne Poetry.
I can say Drake has never missed nor fucked up an intro. All 12 albums?
Missed or fucked up intro? No. However, I'm gonna fight you on this. I think if you go to Dark Lemo, Demo, Semo, whatever the shit was called last year.
Don't disrespect them.
You know
Dark
what I'm
Lane
talking
Demo.
about. Dark Lane Demo.
Don't disrespect them.
Listen. I'm not here to put on my OVO cape today.
Crazy.
I'm not here to do that or pander.
That's wild.
I'm here to give a real take to the people that they've been waiting for.
Call me Captain OVO then.
That's crazy. I think if you look at this album, or we're starting at track 1, I feel like I would have switched Deep Pockets to this intro, in my opinion.
Why?
I feel like it would have fit the album more.
Deep Pockets would have fit CLB more.
Yeah, I actually feel like a lot of those tracks on Dark Lane Demo would have plugged in well here. It was some fat that could have been chopped and cut off here. It was some fat.
It's the first time I've heard that. Okay. That's a very interesting take. I can't agree.
Well, we're not obviously gonna go track by track, but give me your honest full review on the album. Let's cut the bullshit. Like, tell me how you feel.
I've listened to it at least 15 times through and through, in order and out of order. I will still stand on it. However y'all want to come for me. If I die on the mountain alone, I die on it alone. Champagne Poetry. That's track 1. That started it off for me. Honestly, the album doesn't really get crazy for me until 6. Until track 6. I'm not really riding. Poppy's Home is cool. Girls Want Girls, yeah, you're a lesbian, that's cute. It's funny, you know what I'm saying? I like the banter, I like it, it's dope. I wasn't crazy with Jivy on In the Bible. I think that's probably what messed that up for me. But everything else after 6, yeah, that's him. That's him. He went to work. I'll say, obviously this album is way better than, it depends on the artistry too, but it's better than Donda in terms of 1, the impact immediately, and 2, the song, the track list. How long were we sitting on the leak, the Drake leak? Maybe like 2 months, 3 months.
2 or 3 months, and those songs, some of the songs made the cut, but most of those songs didn't make the cut.
And that's why I'm like low key kind of upset. I'm still waiting on the deluxe. And maybe it's just because I had more time to sit with the leaked songs, but I was feeling those more than how this vibe, how the album as a whole gave me a vibe. I'll say that.
Okay, so if you were to rank it from 1 to 10, what are you giving it?
Rank it in
this early,
juxtaposed against his discography or in music, period.
I mean, after you listen to the album, what is your ranking on the album?
It's a loaded question.
Is it? I'm just telling you to rate the body of work that I've given you.
8.
You're going 8.
8.5.
Wow.
8.5, yeah. And it's because when I listen to Views, it didn't take me much for me to say, yeah, that's probably a favorite, that's probably a favorite, that's probably a favorite. But all of these I'm excited about. It didn't take me no time to do that. It didn't take me no time with Nothing Was the Same. It didn't take me no time with fucking If You're Reading This. This one, it took me, you know what I'm saying, the week. And I'm still not really sold like how I'm normally sold with Drake. So I'm an 8.
Yo, the OVO cape is
It
flap,
is.
It's
It
flapping
is.
in the background.
It is, and that's why I call me
Hey.
fuck. Hey, come on.
You on top of what's the highest building in Toronto where he took the pictures from
I
reviews
don't
at?
know.
You're on that building right now with the cape just swaying in the wind like this.
I'm here. I'm here. Okay.
Okay, I'm
That's
not
just
mad
where
at it.
I'm
So
at.
you said 8.5?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's where I'm at. The other 3 albums that I mentioned, nothing was the same. You know what I'm saying? If you're reading this, whatever, I'll probably give them a 9 on a bad day.
Okay.
A solid 9 on a bad day, and that's without even me like reviewing the track list again.
You're entitled to your own opinion.
Go for it.
Okay, Certified Lover Boy. If you're asking me, as a Drake fan, or just in totality, after listening to the album, because I've done a plethora of things to it. I've done some healing to it. I'll let you speculate what I mean by that. I've listened to it in the car. I've worked out to it. Played it while I was in the shower. Cleaned the house. I've done various different activities while listening to this album, and I would say about a total of 10 times that I listened to it through and through, from start to finish. Everything, because I want to give a full review this early.
Sounds like
Because we're in the generation now, or we're in the time now where you have to rate things right here in the moment. You can't sit with it for 2 or 3 months. You have to give us a review in the past before it's even the full week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So first, I will say he did crush Kanye in terms of statistics. Kanye sold what,
Your numbers
300 something? No, I'm not being numbers man, but that's what everything was about, right? Because the argument was, or the underlining argument was, I'm gonna sell more than you, because that was an argument. We talked about that 2 weeks
For
ago
them?
on the pod.
Yeah,
For them being the masses, the people.
Yeah.
And so for Drake doing 600-700 plus, that looks very bad on Kanye West. That looks very bad on Kanye West. I did double what you did first week, and my week is not even over yet. That's just projected.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yes,
So-
but my my rebuttal. Are we saying Drake is better than Kanye
In terms of what?
overall?
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, like, hey, like, this was the argument, and these are the results. I mean, we'll finally figure out Friday what Billboard and all these other companies come out and say in terms of reporting. We'll find that out.
We're gonna come back to that question after you're done being numbers, man. But
Okay, all right, that's fine. And it's funny how you paint this narrative. But if I'm looking at, hey, listen, I will definitely say this is not Drake's best album. This is not his worst album. As a Drake fan, I think this is a very safe album. I actually like the album. I know a lot of people were killing it early and saying like this sounds like Tim's in the washing machine. People were coming out killing this shit,
Yeah,
man.
that's fucked
Like
up.
the timeline was saying this ain't it, da 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 da, and that's why I don't like to just jump on the internet when I'm listening to something. I want to digest it myself
Mhm.
and then see what people are saying after the fact, because I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment.
No doubt.
So yeah, it's cool for people to say, here and there, this record is a banger, and this, like, I'm tuning into that, but I don't let people sway my opinion on how I feel about something, because at the end of the day, my opinion matters, not Jill.
I matter. You matter, King.
Not Jill. So
Ooh.
listening to it, man,
Rate it.
I would say it's about 16 tracks I'm going back to or so, 16, maybe 17. The second half of the album was definitely the best product in my eyes.
Mhm.
Like, come on, I'm never going back to Poppy's Home. Like, who? That's not me. If I'm rating it, I'm rating it a 7, and
Okay.
that's a 6.5, 7 kind of shit. Like, again, it's not a bad album, but again, it's just very safe. It's very safe, and I feel like we got cheated because, in a sense, it's like, did Drake feel pressured to put this out this soon? For one, because I know I say this soon, and it's overdue.
Right.
If he never put out, Dark Lane, if we would have never heard those leaks, he could have plugged in a lot of those records and cut off plenty of this fat. We go to Dark here. Let me go to the soundtrack for Dark Limo real quick. Dark
Okay,
Lane.
why
I
you
keep
do-
saying Dark Limo.
While you do that though, maybe it's because the fact is because of the pressure. Because we did have this kind of conversation before where you asked me if Drake felt pressure, and I said no. But now my answer has changed. hearing this and knowing what I know about what didn't make it and what did make it and how it made it, because on the leaks he had a lot of whatever you want to call them, but like double-sided songs. It's only one of those, and that's the intro.
Yeah, people are abusing that though. Like, just because it's a 2-part song doesn't mean it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, but give me name
because
name a couple that Drake has missed.
What's the song? Said you come here all intoxicated.
Yeah,
that record, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't need him getting on the rap-esque cloth at the second part of that song. I was cool with Race My Mind. I was cool with that.
I guess, okay, but you can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like the 42 record. People never cared till it's R.I.P. Like the leak version that we had. We've heard the second verse to that record,
and
like
that's what I'm saying.
He could have brought that. He could have brought that.
Your back broke.
He could have added that.
Oh my fucking god!
But if I'm looking at Dark Lane demo takes, right? I'm sorry if I'm like killing the name every time. I finally got it right.
Yeah, put some respect.
But you look at Deep Pockets, records like Not U2 with Chris Brown. You look at even Time Flies, I can argue, Losses from Florida with Love. You plug in those 5 songs and take out 5 songs from this album, that's a huge difference number-wise that I'm rating it. Huge difference. We go to...
I don't want it, though. I don't want it on CLB.
You're saying that now because we've heard the music and we've sat with it. Because it's over a year ago now, but at this point. But it's like... songs like Way Too Sexy. That's not geared towards me. And I feel like him, Future, and Thug are 0 for 2 on songs. Just because you have a bunch of names on the song, like, I don't like it. That's just me. The Drake fan that I am, I don't want that. It sounds gimmicky, it sounds catchy, it sounds like yeah, like you're chasing for the single, and we don't need that from you.
So I get what you're saying, because before I think it was last week, if not last week, the week before that, you were saying what you were telling the people what you wanted from Drake, and it was more of a I guess like inclusive perspective in his life, and not so much of the gimmicky, not so much of that. So I get where you're coming from.
And so he failed on that part, because I did say I want the aspect of him chilling with the 30 different shorties he's been with in his life. I want the car music. I want the feel good records. I want all of that, but I also want it to be personalized, to talk about what's going on in the world, talk about melanated people, and we didn't get that. And I've come to terms with it, because Drake has never given that out or given that to us to begin with. So it's like, yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix that. I understand that formula, but for me as a fan, I still want that. But it looks like I'm not gonna get that.
And see, that was part of my take last week of why I said I don't think he can, or he can do it, but he won't, because he just can't get that level of, I don't know, personalization or whatever you want to call it. Or maybe he just feels like that's not going to sell. Maybe that's why we keep getting the gimmicks. Maybe that's why Way Too Sexy is going to be a bop in the club. Like, it's going to go crazy.
It's going to go crazy.
It already is.
Yeah, and then, I mean, look, excuse me. Look at the marketing they put behind it already. They already have a video out for it.
Because they knew that shit was going to slap.
And the visuals, hilarious. I have nothing bad to say about it. Get your bread. I feel it. Kawhi Leonard's in the freaking video for Pete's sake. So, I get it. Where for me it gets gimmicky too is the record Fountains with Tim's. It's kind of like when Kanye added the locks to Donda.
I get it.
You know, you're in the moment, you're a prisoner of the moment. You're gonna get what's poppy, what's trendy, and you're gonna put it out. Like, Drake, you didn't need to do that. But who am I? Because I'm being selfish, because I'm a fan and I'm a fan of the music, and that's what I want. Selfish me, right?
I mean, he got to make his bread though.
You got to make his bread, but you're
do the numbers.
You're gonna make your bread regardless. You don't have to do a record with Tim's.
I mean, maybe you can say that, I guess, because you're a big fan. Maybe he's feeling like to top, you know what I'm saying, the numbers that he got last time.
But
you have to do it.
It comes off as nasty. You're just in the moment.
I don't think it's nasty.
It's culture vulture-y.
No. He is the culture. It's not culture vulture-y if you are the culture. It's not. And Drake is the culture. Come on now. You can't do that.
In terms of what? Culture when it comes to what?
If Drake says any lyric that he's put on this track is gonna get captioned. It's gonna get publicized. It doesn't matter what Drake could step outside with fucking a lace wrapped around his pinky toe and call it a shoe, and people are gonna do it. Like, people are gonna no, come on. People are gonna do it.
I may sound crazy, but what's the point of him having a Nike deal? Now, this is where I want. Now, see, this is where I kill it. So I think it was a atrocity when it comes to the marketing behind this. It was awful. First off, we can start with the album cover. That still throws me off. Ill timing, especially with the whole thing. I had a conversation with my homeboy the other day, especially everything that's going on with Texas and the abortions and everything like that. It's ill timing. Not that he was taking that into consideration. I have no idea what Drake was thinking. I just think it's ill timing. You could have gave us a better cover art. Number two, the merch. Like, people, like, of course it's going to sell out because it's Aubrey Graham. I get it. But it's like, if I'm part of the marketing team, that Nike shit could have been so much better. Instead of just slapping words on the back of the shirt, put a Nike check in front, and yeah, once it sells out, it sells out. Like, if you really dissect and microscope the shit, like, why does Drake have a Nike deal? I understand why he does, but really, why does he have a Nike deal? Like, people are not trying to dress like Drake. I'll give it to Kanye. People want to dress like Ye. People want the sneakers. People want the ripped shirts. People want whatever wave he's on. But when it comes to Drake, like, yeah, the OVO Jordans, that it was cool, but it kind of came and went. Like, people are not dressing up to be like Drake.
But people are getting the hearts cut in their head. They're getting the diamonds on their teeth.
And that's corny as fuck.
Corny, be it as
that's
it may.
Disgusting. No.
It doesn't matter. It's still going off. It's still a trend.
It's not going off.
Yes, it is,
It's
because
not going
everybody's
off.
doing it.
No, just because everybody is doing it doesn't mean it's going off.
No.
Listen,
No,
I'm telling you.
Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not
So you would
going
get the heart
off.
in your head. You would get the heart.
It's going crazy
No,
in
I'm asking you
media.
a
I'm not
question.
saying I like it and it's
Okay.
something that I'm doing. You're misconstruing what I'm saying. It's going off because it's a trend, because every person on TikTok
people are doing the
is
crate challenge. It's not, and it doesn't mean like, yeah, it's going off. Like, no, they're just fucking idiots.
It doesn't mean. Okay, listen. Now you're being. Let me see. Too literal with the words. Obviously, it's lingo. When I say going off, it's going off. It's trending, bro. I'm not saying it's going off like, bro, that's some fire shit that I'm gonna do.
Scott, all trends are not good trends, though.
Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying all trends are good trends.
You're saying it's going off. You're saying it's going off
because it's trending.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it has 2, 5, 10 million views. It's going off. Yeah. Okay, maybe I can use a different lingo, but it's trending. My point being, no, it's not fun. No, it's not smart. No, it's not some shit you should be doing. Obviously,
if you are a guy out there and you have the CLB heart in your head, tell me what your location is so I can call the authorities on you, because you need to be arrested, and your barber needs to be arrested too, because that shouldn't be going on in society.
it's sick. It definitely is, and I'm not getting it. I'm not really getting too many parts anyway. But tell me this though. Back to the point.
Well, let me finish. In terms of the marketing, I'm thinking about tour, right?
Okay.
Like CLB, if he announces certified world tour on some shit, right? Wherever, various locations, wherever he goes, I don't think this is an album you tour off of. Like, people are not gonna sit there. Well, they'll sit there, because you're gonna, again, like, he's gonna sell out regardless because it's Drake. Like, if you want to, hey, I'm not taking that away from Drake. He's Drake. He's already acclaimed this famous success. He's gonna be rich forever, buku rich. I get it. But it's like, from a standpoint of, if you're going on tour with this, come on, bro. He's not finna sit there and perform 7 a.m. on Brittle Path. He's not finna perform freaking I Miss You Too with Kid Cudi. These are not records that people are gonna be running to the arenas and stadiums to see him perform live.
You're right about that, which is why I had a feeling that touring is gonna be it's gonna look a lot different now. And if we get a touring season, it's gonna look a lot different. I don't think it's just gonna be like, artists just solely going around city to city and performing. I think it's gonna be a little bit more exclusive, and I think it's gonna be a little bit more intricate. And because of people like Kanye selling out arenas and stadiums for listening parties, not even concerts, listening parties, I feel like that's why, because people are making different strides now. Like, more and more, like, that was the first, he broke that record. That was the first time somebody
This
did
is
that.
an awful album to tour off of.
No
Like,
doubt.
I don't see the fans being engaged at all if he performs most of these songs on his set. The Way Too Sexy, fair, I'll give it to you, fam.
It's a couple
but it's
of them.
like I Miss You Too with Kid Cudi. They're gonna be in their seats like, oh my god, like they're gonna be up and like chanting and rap. Like, I don't see it. I don't see it. If I'm comparing this to all his other bodies of work, I don't see it. Again, I like the album. I give it a 7. I don't think a 7 is bad. I don't think a 7 is bad. I think this album more than anything is an acquired taste. I tweeted this last week too. Off of first listen, it gave me Views vibes. People killed it when it first came out, but now people love it. And some people can argue like that might be his greatest album. Every song on there has aged like wine for the most part. It's maybe a few skips on there, but everything else hits. But for me, just by listening to this, man, like again, I think it's very safe. I feel like he wasn't inspired to sound like Joe Budden when he ripped Views. But I don't know. It's just maybe it's the rollout that it felt lazy, and people were saying this is the best rollout ever because of the billboards and everything. I'm like, are y'all kidding me?
You didn't like the billboards?
It's not that I didn't like it, but it's like it's not the best rollout ever. Like, if you want to go back to earlier this year, like people have short-term memory. J. Cole played basketball. That was his rollout. He was overseas. He was in where was he at in Africa playing basketball?
Somewhere in Africa.
Rwanda. That's where he was. He was at Rwanda, playing hoops, playing ball while the album was out. So when you talk about rollouts, this was very laxy-daisy to me. Everything from the merch, the cover art, the billboards, it could have been better. It could have been way better. And Drake knows it too. It's okay though. He's gonna sell. He's still gonna do numbers. People are still gonna go crazy. Y'all still like it. It is what it is. And partially, I feel like too, people are killing it because it's popular to kill things. We live in a generation where negativity sells, right? So of course, let's rip this album 10 minutes since it came out, or 24 hours since it came out. This is awful. This is that. I hate Drake. I do this. I do that. Like that's a trendy thing to do. Like we can acknowledge that. So I feel like half of the hate comes or stems from those kind of people, which I call trolls. But other people, again, they feel like it could have been better because Drake didn't attempt to do anything experimental this album. He didn't. Everything he's already kind of given us already. He's given us all the records with shorties that he's been seeing, how much money that he has, what AP he just copped. Like he's given us that. He's given that flaunt, sappy music. He's given us that. What's next?
So what I will touch on is the rollout, because I feel like with like how everything you said, I do agree. It was like in certain parts, it was lackadaisical. Now with the billboards, I actually kind of like that. That was pretty lit to me because it's just nobody else has done that before. Maybe you could have done more because you are, you know what I'm saying, the #1 artist in the world right now. Sure, maybe it could have been a little bit more, you know, glitz and glamour, but it was cool to me. But as far as like the rollout with the merch and everything, I feel like, and it's not even like, I don't know how I feel about it. It's not even a great idea as of yet, but in a city like Atlanta, it is. But I feel like they were trying to hit on more of a like exclusivity vibe. Because if you notice, everybody in, you know what I'm saying, Georgia didn't get an invite or a notification that there was a pop-up shop for Drake merch. Like, you know what I'm saying, when, where, whatever it looked like, nothing. There was no pictures that went out about it. There was no, you know, like
I'm not talking about it was, but I'll
that's because you're privileged. That's because if you're in the know,
I wouldn't say I'm privileged. It was just kind of like even that
you subscribe to certain mailing lists. You're a part of certain things.
Come on, fam. I'm not part of any mailing list. Let's not do that for one.
You're not?
No.
Okay. So
no. I'm gonna interject. So yeah, no, it wasn't. Of course, it wasn't announced on his page like, "Hey, these are the pop-up locations." No, but people were very aware of it. Huh?
There's only one in downtown.
Yeah, it was one. That's what I'm saying. But at least from what I've seen from various people on my timeline, they were very aware of the pop-up, and people were there. People were there.
People were there, but it wasn't. It was a very select number of like shirts and all the merch. It was a very select number of people that were on that list to like be able to, you know what I'm saying, actually get the first notification, obviously, because word of mouth travels, you know what I'm saying, and everybody's in the know in Atlanta. And that's just what it is. So yeah, it was definitely a lot more people to come out, but I feel like it was a little bit more along the lines of exclusivity, which is why they're trying to drive it up like that. Maybe that's why you felt like it was lackadaisical, because it was a Nike team. Like they put out invites.
No, not even that, bro. Look at the merch.
Yeah, the merch was, and the merch was real. It was.
Why is he signed to Nike?
It wasn't nothing.
Why?
It's because it's Drake. Drake didn't want a Nike deal before they came to him. It was.
I mean, if you want to call a spade a
It's
spade,
Nike.
I mean, he was really supposed to sign with Adidas, and then
Exactly, 'cause
Pusha
it
T
was Drake.
ended that
Because it's Drake. That's why he.
because he was already signed to Nike, but he was gonna shift to Adidas. So Pusha T was like, "Yeah, fuck your rollout. You got a son, this, that, and the third. Like, nah."
And what did he say?
Because he's the president. He's the president of Adidas fashion.
Yeah, he is. Mm-hmm.
So he was like, "Nah."
What did Drake say? What was his line about Nike? They pay him.
Who cares?
They pay him not to do it once. They pay him to do it twice or something like that. Whatever, to do it again.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why it was. That's why he signed to him. But yeah, I mean, I didn't cop the merch. I didn't even want it after I seen it either. It was basic in my eyes. But the album, we're gonna see. I'm gonna give it another week. I'm gonna listen to it a couple more times and see if my perspective changes.
So I promise we're about to get off COB. But so if you're ranking this at 8.5, so you consider this a top 4 Drake album?
I mean, give me like your top 6.
I mean, for me, Nothing Was the Same is there. Take Care is there. I'll give you So Far Gone Reviews. Whatever order you want to put that in, that's 3 and 4. And then 5, I can argue, like, if you're reading this, that's a solid 5.
You said So Far Gone, Views, if you're reading this.
Take Care and Nothing Was the Same. That's 5.
Take Care and Nothing Was the Same.
This album is not topping any of those albums that I just named.
I never said it was. I
No.
said all the other ones that
I know. I'm just letting you know.
No. I'm saying all the other ones that I said that were up there. I rated those higher than this one. It's an 8.
Okay.
But yeah, those are obviously above it. But it's a good one for me.
This nigga really tried to tell me I was on the mailing list. I like that though. That was a good job.
Okay. How are you in the know, Trayvon? How do you know things? How do you get your privilege? Is it just because you're a people? And I'm genuinely asking. I'm not saying you're on a mailing list. I'm genuinely asking.
I mean, but what privilege are you talking about? I'm a black man in America.
I mean, okay, but like you know of certain releases. You know of certain drops or whatever the case may be that
people post it. It's not necessarily that I follow these pages. Like I might see it on somebody's story and I'll be like, oh, okay. Like it was a release. It don't even got to be the most popular person I follow on social media. It can be the average Joe. And they just posted. I had no idea about it, and then I seen a couple shorties post it, and I seen my homie Ty post it, and I was like, oh shit.
What kind of people do you follow? I need to follow these people.
You can go through my followers and see.
We're not doing that.
Okay.
You follow like 1,000 people?
I don't.
I mean like 600 people?
I do.
Okay. That's too many. If it's over 100, I'm not doing it too.
Okay. Well, I mean, you asked me a question. That was my rebuttal.
Just to get your kind of
I mean,
idea.
it's
what kind of person
I follow mostly women, but.
Gotcha. Okay. Are they influencers?
They influence some things.
Okay. On a major scale, though, are they influencers?
Sure.
Okay. So mostly women influencers, and they okay, I got you. Excuse me. That's all I have for that though. For Drake, I don't want to talk about him no more. And I was gonna kind of touch on the whole dichotomy between him and Kanye, but I don't even want to do that no more.
Okay.
Was there any other music that you?
I mean, I think that was probably the most important music drop this week. Who cares if anybody else dropped honestly this past week, because that's what everybody was on the radar about. I know Fat Joe and Ja, they have a versus next week. Next Tuesday. Every versus falls on the Tuesday that we do pods, which is kind of sad in my opinion.
They do it for a reason.
They do it for a reason for sure, but hopefully we can finish in time to gander at that. I got Joe.
Okay.
I got Joey Craig. I'm sure you have him also.
Of course.
Okay. I just want to check the temperature, COB. I just got to. I got to. But I don't know. I think it's still going to be close. You know, I don't think it's going to be a landslide. But to me, it's like, what does Ja run to when Joe pulls out, you know, the Big L features or the Wayne features? Like I know Ja had an era, especially with Ashanti. I know they had a reign. I know that. But it's just certain bags that Fat Joe has that Ja Rule can acquire.
You're definitely right on that. And I couldn't even begin to tell you, because I would want to say let Ja Rule hop into a producer bag, but I don't even know like what would match up.
And I'm repping the BX. You know the vibes.
Oh yeah, that's all you. But no, I have Fat Joe as well. Undeniable. I'm gonna say it'll be a landslide, just because I guess when it comes to like personal opinion and who I'm a fan of more, I'm gonna go with Fat Joe just because of the.
So what's a landslide? Numbers man.
I'm not numbers man. You are.
I mentioned numbers one time on the pod, and then I become numbers man.
I don't know.
Okay.
11-9.
That's not a landslide. That's very close.
13-7.
That's still very close. I think a landslide is what we seen the Locks versus Dipset, where it's like I don't even know what the count is.
That was
man.
way.
That's a
that
landslide.
was worse than a landslide. That was worse than a landslide.
That was a mudslide.
I'm saying this as a landslide because both of these, and yes, Locks and Dipset were very, very heavy hitters, but this is a different kind of genre in my opinion. So I feel like both of these heavy hitters come with two different bags, which is why I feel like it'll be a landslide because they have nothing but hits, both of them. Now it's just one, you know what I'm saying? One's bag outshines the other. That's the only thing. So I don't know. I guess our definitions of landslides are different, but Locks and Dipset, that was like.
I mean, that was quicksand. That was quicksand to say that perfectly.
Yeah.
A landslide to me
they got vaporized.
But again, I think what did you say? A 13-7? I don't think that's a landslide. That's really only 4 rounds.
What's a landslide?
A landslide is 14-6.
Realistically,
14-6.
Ja has more than 6.
Obviously, but I'm saying that's a landslide.
Okay. Okay. Well, now what I'm
13-7, 11-9. Those are.
That's a realistic
that's fair
landslide.
game. That's fair game because that's a matter of cohesion of records that you're playing and chronology. Because Ja can fuck around and play the right shit at the right time, and
it's not
Fat Joe play some bullshit.
It's not too many of those. Joe can like really drop some bullshit, or not even bullshit, but what he thinks is a B-side or a throwaway, and it still win. Like it's not too many of those.
But we've seen it,
Ja can get away with.
Because it was the same thing kind of with the Dipset and Locks, or just even if you go to the Bow Wow and Soulja Boy, you take it there. Like Soulja played the same song 3-4 times. It was funny in the moment, but at the same time, those were vital rounds that he could have possibly won. I still have Bow Wow in that battle, but again, that could have made the difference. We never know.
I'm gonna go on a ledge and say I don't think Ja and Fat Joe have that many throwaways between the two of them.
Oh no. I don't think they do. No.
As Shad and Soulja did. I don't think that's the thing. Like Soulja could do that and still win because there aren't too many tracks where it's like
Hell.
Shad can just throw and it'll be a W. There's not too many. Joe is really throwing out whatever and it can easily be a W. Like a lot of times, Ja isn't escaping that.
Hell, you take damn, it just slipped my mind what verses it was. Gucci and Jeezy. It was a lot of records Jeezy didn't play. It was a lot of records Gucci didn't play. And the opinions on that verses was swayed by far on each side. So it's kind of like with that too, it's like they didn't even play their best records. And those records could have been very detrimental to that versus battle. I think more than anything, they were trying to take it personally to each other. At least Gucci was, you know what I'm saying? And it turned out how it turned out. But at the same time, again, you factor some of those classic records they had, that could have changed that versus, and we could have been saying it's a different winner. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not negating anything you're saying. Both of these gentlemen, obviously legends of the game of hip hop. Not taking that away from them. I just think, hey, it just depends on the chronology of how you play your records.
Honestly, the only thing that I'm really like excited about for real is like I hope Fat Joe covers his own like footage. Mm-hmm. Like I hope he reviews the verses after the verses is over, because nobody does coverage like Fat Joe. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Like I need that energy after he gets off whatever 20 he gets off. Win or lose, celebration of music, however you want to dub it at the end. I just need that. Mm-hmm. I need that spectatorship.
Got you. But yeah, that's all I had in music. Did you want to segue into different topic here?
Actually, no. I did. At one artist that I am concerned with. She is new. That I have been listening to outside of everything else that dropped. The artist Jade. Go check her out. Her EP Outside Playing just dropped, and it's definitely your bag. It's smooth R&B, but she gives me like Janae and Mariah the Science is low key kind of vibes.
Word.
Like it's smooth as fuck. But definitely go check her out for sure. But yeah, that was the last thing that I had in music.
Okay.
How you want to segue?
Let's get into some college football and NFL. We don't have to stay long on this. My dogs won. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I was happy and pissed off at the same time because, fam, I hate to sound like a hater. Why are we celebrating in the locker room with Quavo after week 1?
that is true.
We have a whole season to go, and we didn't put an offensive touchdown on the board.
So tell me about that game, yeah, because I missed that. I was working. I seen the highlights. Neither one of them scored, correct? Offensively.
Offensively, no. If you're counting field goal, they scored a field goal each.
Okay. A field goal each, but nobody
Put the
ran
ball in the end zone. They was not in that bitch. So
Okay.
Georgia had a pick 6 to the house. That was pretty much the game. It was very defensive minded.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson's quarterback looked very, very,
Lethal?
very suspect.
Okay.
He looked like he was seeing spaceships on Bankhead.
Oh, damn.
But Dabo was pissed. The coach was pissed.
So they worried?
Honestly, Clemson has a cakewalk schedule. They should win out, but I don't
Okay.
see them as a legitimate playoff team in my eyes because they're not beating the top dog. And for Georgia, it's like, yeah, it's a celebratory thing. We beat the number 3 team in the nation, and we're now ranked number 2.
Mm-hmm.
The rankings came out. We're right behind Alabama, and that's what I'm fearing. The boogeyman. It gets spooky.
The
Anytime
boogeyman.
you see Alabama, it's kind of like seeing the Candyman.
Yeah.
On some shit. Like the old Candyman, not the recent one. 'Cause I heard the recent one is garbage.
5 times in the mirror and they coming for your ass.
Nick Saban show up.
You gonna hear a stampede in your fucking backyard.
So that's really the caveat to that. It's kind of like Alabama's gonna be there, and based off the performance that I've seen, I know it's week 1. We have a long season to go,
But they showed up.
but it's like if we played Alabama this week, we'd be sautéed.
Sheesh.
We'd be put on a platter. We'd be put on a kebab. And
That's
so
terrible.
I can't be too elated when it comes to that victory. Like, yeah, it's cool, but again, we have a very long season. We have to get our act right. And hats off to Clemson because they played a tough game. It wasn't easy winning at a neutral field. I get it.
No doubt.
Celebrate the moment, but it's just kind of like act like you've been here before.
Mhm.
Act like a winner. You see Alabama win every other week. They ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying?
They're not
Like,
doing it with Quavo in the locker room. That's being recorded.
They
doing it.
They ain't bumping nothing in the locker room.
They
Like,
put up a 50
yeah.
piece. They was doing it.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
So that's my takeaway from college football this past week. Very excited it's back. This is my favorite season, honestly, because football is here. Basketball starts in the next month and a half.
Mhm.
Looking forward to that. As far as on the NFL side, we get our first game Thursday. Buccaneers and Cowboys. That's gonna be one for the books.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing.
Who you got, actually?
Hey, who do I have in that game?
Ooh.
I have Tom Brady. I have the Buccaneers.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sound a bit biased too because I have 2 fantasy football teams. And hey, if any of my coworkers are listening right now, I'm whooping y'all ass. I'm whooping y'all ass this whole season with no remorse.
Yeah, nah, when you got off the roster last week,
Bro.
that shit is actually crazy.
Bro.
That
Let
shit
me tell
is
you about
sick.
this roster. Hold on.
You said you got 2 teams.
I got 2 teams.
Okay, yeah. What's the other team?
So this team is Ice Tray, right?
Sick. I already
So
know.
this is my roster. I got Tom Brady, Montgomery, Fournette, Stephon Diggs, Metcalf,
Done.
Thomas, the tight end from Washington, OBJ, the Buccaneers defense, Miko Hardeman, Austin Hooper, Sterling Shepard, Singletary, Jalen Hurts. So that's the team that I have at work.
Okay.
Now, Team Brochillians, let me tell you about the Team Brochillians. We got Russell Wilson, Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, Calvin Ridley, Mike Evans, Julio Jones, the Bills defense, OBJ on the bench. We got Tua as a backup. We got Gronk, we got Trey Sermon, Miko Hardman again, and Austin Hooper.
You said Tua?
Tua. But see, he's a backup whenever Russell Wilson has his bye week. So
Yeah.
or if he gets hurt on some, you know what I'm
But
saying?
still.
Like, I'm starting Russell. I'm starting the vet.
Start Russell, but still, Tua is nasty.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Well,
crazy.
he still has stuff to prove in the NFL, but you know.
In the NFL, yeah. You making some headway.
Hey.
I see you. The
Hey.
brackets are nuts. Yeah.
Trayvon in 6.
Jeez.
Trayvon in 6, yo. So
Yeah, I wouldn't bet
it's gonna be an interesting and fun season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just excited for the start of it, man.
No doubt.
A lot of great matchups this weekend too. I'm off both days, so I'm gonna be glued to the couch and my eyes gonna be glued to the television.
See, I fuck with it, and this is a very fun season to be in, but not in Atlanta. Because you got all the... First of all, I live in the city, you don't. You
Shit.
got, bro, literally, when I say everywhere in the city was charging a 50 ball to park or to sit for 5 seconds because it's tailgates, because it's people trying to, you know what I'm saying, go to the game, whatever the case is. I hate that shit, bro. I hate that shit. Like, all y'all visitors that come here for the away games, don't stay here. Like, don't overstay your welcome. That's all I got to say. Because shit gets real hectic in the city, and it ain't cool for niggas that live here. But nah, it's definitely fun, and I'm excited to go to the tailgates, but outside of the city.
Privileged.
Outside the city.
That didn't sound
That shit is
privileged.
dead. How is that privilege? No, it's not privilege at all. It's not privilege at all, bro.
Yo, every time I come to your apartment complex, we be on the porch in the back. I always call it a porch. We be on your patio in the back. That white guy, shut that damn dog up. It'd be the middle of the night, the dog be barking.
No, I feel him though, and I'm actually starting to be on his time too, because it's a Great Dane, and that Dane has a deep ass voice, and it'd be like the most awkwardest times, like 2:36 in the morning, like 4:52 in the morning, like it's just weird. So I'm on his time for sure, but hey, listen, privilege? I don't know. I can't really call it that as of yet.
I'm trying to think of what else happened compelling to me, or what I have yandered at that was compelling. I seen The Parallel yesterday. I'm not sure if you've seen that film that came out last year.
I haven't.
You ever heard of it? It was interesting. Do you believe in parallel universes to begin with? Let me ask you that.
Honestly, I haven't like ringed my brain far enough into that topic to really be able to give my full opinion synopsis. Because on one hand, I will say that I do believe that there is, you know what I'm saying, another place that is almost replica to what we have going on here. But I'm not completely certain that I can say wholeheartedly I believe that there's another Trey. Another Scott.
Fam.
You feel me?
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
I just don't.
Spoiler alert.
I don't believe it.
Spoiler alert. Alright. So, long story short, to kind of paint the picture of you, or not of you, but to you, it was these 4 group of friends, right? 4 or 5 of them. They end up discovering this house 20 minutes in, and they find this mirror in the attic upstairs. So they put their hand through the bitch, and they like, oh shit, like, so they end up putting their full body through it, and they discover it's a parallel universe. And what do you know? It's the 4 friends, see the 4 of them in the next universe on some shit.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
What's good?
And no offense to all of you that listen, but were they YT?
And it was one brother, one black brother.
Of course. Okay.
So you know he had the logical sense. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because I'm thinking like if any of my appendages goes through a mirror, I'm breaking it and I'm dipping. I'm out. Actually, I'm not breaking it because that's bad luck. I'm getting the fuck out.
but yeah, I'm not sure if there's another Trey or Trayvon out there or Scott, whatever. I'm not sure either. But I want you to check it out on your spare time.
Oh, definitely, because you know I'm into films. I'll definitely take a gander at that and come back with an opinion. But yeah, I have to do more due diligence on the topic, just because like all the intricacies and all the possibilities. Like I get like the general aspect of it being another world like ours, but it's just like parallel, meaning completely opposite, but it looks the same. I just don't know what that would look like.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just gotta see.
Well, speaking of you know being in the film industry, The Matrix, the trailer of that is supposed to come out Thursday. Keanu Reeves is going to star in it again, and people are here for it. People are very excited. I want to say it's been over 15 or 20 years since we've gotten the last Matrix film.
Honestly, there would be riots. There would be riots at the Capitol again if they tried to put somebody in place of Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. And that's just facts, bro. Like, they can't do it how they did Spider-Man or whatever other, you know what I'm saying, sequel movie series that is out there. The Matrix is untouched.
Yeah, it's going to be John Wick 5.0 on some shit. Because it's like he has the same, because the photo that I've seen that they were teasing, like he has the same hairdo as he did in John Wick.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be him on some Matrix shit, basically. That's what John Wick is.
Are you a Matrix fan?
Yeah, it's cool. I have to freshen up on it. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen it in probably years.
Yeah. Did you get the premise? The premise? Did you get the?
Yeah. I got the premise. I was even fortunate enough to have the video game as a child. I don't know if y'all remember that back then. It was a PS2 game for The Matrix, and it was fire. This was New York when I was living in New York times.
Got you.
It was hard.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm a Matrix fan too. I like it. I am excited to see what they do with it. This is gonna be one of those real iffy ones. Like, you're either gonna have to do it better or not at all for me. One of the two, because it's been how long since we got a Matrix Reloaded?
Let me see.
I want to say close to decade, 12, 11 maybe years. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is one of those ones where you got to be impeccable with your movement. You can't just, you know what I'm saying, throw Keanu Reeves back in there.
Reloaded was 03.
Yeah, see, you can't just do anything and just call it a film, because especially when it has this type of, this type of backing, this type of impact.
Yeah.
Because that red pill, blue pill shit has been a thing since, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, forever. And it's still one of those highly used anecdotes, highly used, what do you want to call it, metaphors, whatever case. So, yeah. We're going to see, though. What you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing to what you just said.
What are you laughing at?
I got to kind of tell you off mic, but I can't even do it to Shorty, yo. I can't even do it, man.
Oh, hell.
I'm trying to paint the picture of you without trying to give away the person. But it's this girl that I know, right? And I've known her for, let's say, about a year or so or whatever. You know, we crossed paths.
I know this girl?
You don't. You don't. We've crossed paths before, yada, yada, yada. And so, to me, it's just funny because 3 of my homies have came to me lately, and I'm like, damn, she's a hot commodity now? Like, people are asking about her. And so, one of my homies is explaining her to me, like, da-da-da. I'm like, what's her IG? Let me just see what she looks like. And I see the picture. I'm like, oh, that's such and such. And he's like, wait. What'd you say? I said, that's blank. And he's like, no, that's not the name that she told me. I'm like, so she just making up names out here? And so I talked to my other homie, and it's the same thing. I'm like, hey, you talking about Shorty? And he like, wait, no, that's not her name. Like, she told me it was this name.
Can we say one of the names and try to blank it out on the end, please? Like, can we
like the real name?
Like, say one of the names. Yeah,
but if I say the name,
say the name that you know, and then just we're gonna bleep it out.
But if I say the name, what if I can't edit it out? Like, what if, like, in the after?
We're gonna cut that little snippet of the audio out so they don't hear it.
I'm gonna say it to you,
or just type it. Oh my god!
But nah, I just found that funny because it's like,
she's doing that.
Yeah, she's a my player out here. She's creating a name every other week and creating a new jersey.
Okay, yeah, that's sick. That's really sick. and it's sick because you're not even smart about it to the point where you're doing it to dudes that are in different area codes. You doing it to a friend group. Obviously, this shit's gonna get back.
and Shorty was bold enough too at one point to text me, and shout out Evan J. Me and Evan J at the same time.
What is your end goal?
Like, so she was texting like, what's good, what you want. So she would say it in the exact same cadence and send it that way. So we was like, does she think she's on game? Does she not know, like, this is like the Riggin brothers? Like, what do you mean?
The audacity of
it. Like,
yeah.
So we started hitting her with the same responses back, the same exact shit. And so she stopped replying after a while. But it was funny because my homeboy was like, man, we should set up a meeting one day on some shit. Like, he's pretending like he taking Shorty out. And at the table, it's all 4 of us, like, that she talked to. Like,
nah, dead ass.
And what's crazy? I would greet her like I'd never met her in my life. I'd be like, oh, hey, nice to meet you.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to play her sideways at that point because it's like, yo, you really thought that shit was going to work. You really thought. And maybe she doesn't know that she's talking to guys in the same friend group.
She sees the mutual friends. On the gram, you see the mutual
She's on the gram with y'all. Like, she follows. Okay, well, then, yeah, she definitely knows. So I don't know what her end goal is or what is actually, like, what she's getting at. But yeah, you have to play her to the left. You have to. And it has to be, I don't know, glorious. The audacity? You're going to really text all of us and think you about to get your shit off? Baby girl, you can either have your cake or eat it. But you can't have both. You can't eat it too. I'm sorry.
Hey, she blew the candles on the birthday cake.
That's crazy. Ratchet happy birthday, word to Drake. That's sick.
She blew it like a birthday candle.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that, honestly. And if she
No,
listens,
it's just funny. It's just funny because it's like you're. I'm not trying to be detective here, but obviously you're going by different names in the street. So it's like, do I really know you? I don't talk to her anyway on a day by day basis. It's just funny that people came to me with the information. I'm just like, yeah, I'm privy to her.
hopefully
I'm already knowing.
hopefully none of the bros or anybody else that came to you trying to talk to her is really for real about it.
I
Cause
mean,
that's
she for streets.
That's sick.
She for the streets for sure.
She belongs to the streets. Yeah, that's crazy to me. Hey, protect your heart. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. You gonna go back to protect your heart.
Move with purpose, men and women, because these women are shiesty, but these men are shiesty as well. I don't know who's more, but I'll leave that up for you to decide. But yeah, man.
I like how you try to get me to rat myself out. You like, who do you follow? Say, go through my followers.
No, I wasn't trying to get you to give a name. I was trying to get you to get, a like a synopsis or a perspective of what they look like, what kind of followers.
Okay, do I have followers or friends that are in rooms that I'm not in? Absolutely. Yes, if that's what you're asking, but so do you. Like, it's a collection. It's
We're
a
both
combination.
on mailing list then.
Oh my goodness.
We're both on fucking
that
mailing
is, that is
list.
not a mailing list.
We're both on mailing lists. I'm not hearing it.
Oh my god.
I'm not hearing it.
And
That's
so
what it
everybody
is.
else, they're just influencers. Like the women, they're influencers. So they influence me in terms of thoughts, in terms of emotions sometimes.
What kind of thoughts they be influencing, King?
Positive thoughts.
What kind of positive thoughts do they be influencing, King?
Positive provoking thoughts.
What they provoking?
Healing.
Alright. Alright, I feel it.
Oh man,
I'm not mad at it.
hey, I'll shoot you a couple of them.
Don't shoot me shit.
Hey, some of them do hair, some of them.
My barber is a fucking wizard. I'm good on that.
Well, I'm saying if you ever want to grow it out, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna need somebody to braid up your hair.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I was raised around nothing but women. I'm sure one of them can braid.
I got the ones who, you know what I'm saying, I follow the ones that do facials.
I got my own skin care routine,
Yeah.
and I've been getting, you know what I'm saying, some compliments. My skin is pretty straight right now. So I think I'm good on that too.
I got some of them that sell. I got some.
Don't
of
shoot
them.
me shit.
I got some of them. That sounds so
Mr.
horrible.
Bitches.
That is not what I was trying
And
to
we
say.
don't call women bitches. That's just a slang. It's just a lingo. But I feel you.
No.
Get your shit off.
No, now you're too loud.
What?
You're too
nah.
loud.
Hey, listen.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
turn you down a little
step back and let you cook. I'm gonna ISO. I'm gonna screen and let you cook.
Mm-mm.
If you need me to, I'll take the charge too.
No.
But I feel you, bro. Get your shit off.
Can we also announce before we get out of here too? What's coming Saturday? Finally, I know it's been like, it's felt like molasses.
What's going on Saturday?
The website. I see what you did. I see what you did there. Okay, that was clever. So yeah, since we're announcing it, man, the website is finally here. And I want to thank you too, man, because I know you sacrificed a few months of your life doing that shit. And I know that shit is not easy. It is very tedious. It is very annoying. And it costs hundreds of dollars to pay somebody to do that, if not thousands, depending on what you're trying to, get on the website, how you're trying to code it, and all of that stuff. That takes a lot of energy, King.
Honestly. Well, first, let me say I appreciate the flowers. I appreciate that. I appreciate the acknowledgement, because it is work. That was the first website that I've designed and coded myself.
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely tedious. It was a very long learning process, but it was cool. I fuck with it. I like it. It's something that I can add to my bag of tricks. But I low-key am so excited about this shit. I just want to turn this laptop around and show y'all right now. That's how fire this shit is to me. It's my baby. I'm an artist, so I am sensitive about my shit. Word to Erykah Badu. But it is coming Saturday and it's lit. You know what I'm saying? We're
dropping merch with it also, and you know what I'm saying, we may do a little giveaway too. First couple, and we can announce it really, and we'll post it on IG in the next coming days. But let's just say the first 3 people that subscribe to our Patreon, they get a free shirt. You know what I'm saying? Just
First
something.
3 of them.
Yeah, first 3. And don't unsubscribe after you get the free shirt either, because
we're checking.
Yeah,
We're checking, no doubt, definitely.
That would be some shit right there. That is very crazy. But
if you do that, you're a whole new level of bitch.
that is very deceiving. If you did that. I don't know if I would look you in your face if you did that.
I couldn't.
Honestly, it's obviously some great content on there. We're continuing to post on there. So, like I said, the first 3 to post, or not even post, but to follow and subscribe to our Patreon. and just continue to stay there monthly. Y'all get some free merch, man. Just off the muscle.
Hey, and the merch is lit. The merch is there. Y'all loved the last one. Y'all gonna love this one. You know what I'm saying? We put some thought into it, and we just, trying to provide a vibe in these trying times. So definitely look out for that. We'll post that on all the socials. I'm definitely going crazy about that. The visuals, they're gonna be lit as fuck. So I'm excited. And y'all go cop some merch when it's out. I know I capped to a couple of y'all. I know y'all been waiting. I know, and I'm sorry.
And I'm gonna be honest, I'm apologizing now because we're really gonna sell out in 48 hours. So whatever we have on hand and we sell out of it, we sell out of it. The rest you can just order on the website and you'll get the next order within that next 5 to 7 days, I promise.
Yeah. And there are like little features on the website. You can chop it up with us, let us know, what you want to see, what you, want to come back, whatever the case is, So definitely hit us up on there, and yeah, we'll get some shit rocking for you, man.
And I don't know if this is also an announcement or not before we get out of here too. Next week is our last episode of the month. So not period, but just of the month. So we will be skipping the 21st and 28th, which is those Tuesdays that we record. So they would come out the 22nd and 29th. So we're taking those last 2 weeks off, man. I feel yeah. We're taking a mini hiatus. We'll be back in October, and we got some bangers coming in October. We coming out haymakers only.
Can I tell them?
We can't. No, we holding on to that. We holding on. That's too much. That's too much.
That shit's gonna be crazy.
You can't show them all your hand. Hey, this phase right here. Don't put that down. Hold that down.
Hey, this a book though.
Hey, yeah. How many books you got?
I don't even know how to play spades. It's a fucking book.
How many books?
About 7.
Okay, all right. I got about 5. So yeah, we should be
just
straight.
Know that the month of October gonna go crazy. But yeah.
So just I don't mean to be long-winded here, but yeah, we're just taking a break mentally, physically, spiritually. Shit, man.
122. Yeah. At that point.
At that point, it'll be 122, and we've never had a break of the podcast since we started doing this podcast. So that's the least that we owe ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So.
Facts.
In that period of time, you may not see me on socials. You may not see me at all in person unless I really fuck with you on some shit.
Oh, listen. I promise, and this is the one thing that I can promise you, you will not hear from me. Socials or nothing, unless you blood or unless you family that I rock with, or unless we doing some business. For real, you're not going to see me on social media, bruh.
Yo, Chaz has to stop sending me these videos on Instagram. Yo, my algorithms are so nasty right now, bro. I have monkeys flying the freaking... drones. Monkeys are buying bread, establishing democracy. Like, I have all kind of stuff on my Explore page.
The hell you going through, bro?
I've just always been infatuated with animals. That can be monkeys, that can be lions, and just how they go on a day-by-day basis, because do they really have a conscience?
You want to know which animals can rip your shit off, rip your face off from the back. That's what you're really trying to
I got it tatted on me. Lion. And I got a heart of a lion. I'm not a grass-eating lion either.
Not a grass-eating lion. Okay. Yeah, all right. I feel you.
No, but yeah, I've always been intrigued because it's just like, do they really have a conscience if you sit down and break it down? But that's neither here nor there. Like,
how you gonna be mad at what your Explore page look like when it's your fault? Talking about I've always been intrigued.
But you know how Instagram works. You see 2 videos of monkeys doing magic tricks or them establishing democracy, then your whole page is full of polar bears and penguins and dolphins and all kind of crazy shit.
No, I'm already knowing. My Explore page is a very sick place right now. I clicked on one picture of a sundress and now it's all ass everywhere.
Like, fam, why is there a bacon cheeseburger on my freaking Explore page?
Hey, man.
I've never looked that up.
You don't like bacon?
No. If it's swine, it ain't mine.
I feel you. They don't have like a vegan equivalent?
Yes, they do, actually. Oh, bro, Slutty Vegan, I promise it's not an ad, but shit, fuck it, it's an ad. Slutty Vegan is coming to Pleasant Hill in the next coming weeks.
Oh, you lit?
When I tell you it's about to go nuts, I'm waiting out there. I'm waiting out there.
You lit. I'm here for it. You know it's going to be crazy. You know it's going to be a stupid line.
Hell yeah, and I'm willing to wait. Black owned.
Oh,
and great customer service too. That's
and great food.
Yeah, great food too.
But I honestly, the first time I went, I couldn't tell that it was vegan, and that's really lit. But
yeah, that sloppy toppy. That's the name of the name of one of their burgers, but it goes bananas.
Yeah. That was really all that I had for that.
Yeah, let's get out of here, man. I'm still bleeding. My ears hurt. I gotta use the restroom. All that.
Look out for all the shit that we got coming, man, because it's exciting time for us, you know what I'm saying? So definitely like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on them post notifications, you know what I'm saying? Because we are on everything. Like we said, when we drop it, the first 3 people to subscribe to our Patreon will be receiving a free merch, you know what I'm saying? So definitely look out for that. But yeah, man, go show love, cost zero. You can shop with us at this point now as well too. So, you know.
Yeah, man. Protect your family, protect yourself, protect your heart, protect your loved ones around you, protect anything that's valuable to you in your life.
Protect your chin too.
With that being said, we're gonna kick shit like that. Bro,
Bro
Chillian's
Chillian's
out.